Hi everybody, hope you're safe and keeping well at home, and here's a little video of me doing the whole hour. Okay, so nice point of your fingers to the floor. A breath, ideally through your nose, but if you struggle with that, just your natural breath. Okay, inhale, raise the arms above you, palms come together, look up. Exhale, keeping the legs nice and straight, fold and half. Coming in, chin. On the in-breath, little raise of the head, look up. Exhale, step your right leg back, your left, nice straight plank. Down into a press up. Onto the tops of the feet, arch up, shoulders back. And exhale, bottom in the air, little walk in, feet, hip width apart, nice spread fingers. Back goes your bottom, down goes your heels, little pressure to your sternum there. Good, hold it as long as you can now. Remember, if it gets too much on your wrists, you can always drop the knees and stretch forward from there. But if you can, maintain that dog down. Now, top of the right foot, rest on your left heel. Press that left heel down. And back to even feet. Now the top of the left foot on your right heel. And back to even feet. Alright, little bend in the knees, let's step or jump, toes together, straight legs, fold in. On the in-breath, we'll raise that head. Nice big stretch above you. And exhale to the side. Okay, one of B now. Chest is forward, arms are behind you, bend your knees. Inhale, exhale, swing through a little squat. Another breath in, the legs straight, and we repeat. Fold the body in half, hands beside you, coming in. Raise the head on the in-breath. Step that right leg back to the left. And a plank again, slowly down. When you touch the floor, tops of the feet on the floor, straighten the arms, roll the shoulders back, little glance up. Back into the dog down, walk it in. Good. Now, left foot in 10 degrees, right foot, big lunge up between your hands. Hip sinks, knee bends. Inhale, arms above you. Exhale, return those two hands. Step it back. Down into a press up. Onto the tops of the feet, arch up. Back into your dog down. Good, little walk in, feet a bit apart. Right foot in 10 degrees. Left foot the lunge. Hip sinks, knee bends. Inhale, arms above you. Return the two hands. Step back, nice straight plank, arch up again, dog up, now the dog down to hold. And again, a little walk in, the feet are hip width apart, you're extending that one back heel down. If it gets too much, keep the knees on the floor, you can reach forward and stretch the chest down. bend in those knees, step. Some of you might jump, toes together, straight knees, fold in, tummy into thigh, chin into knees. Now, taking the hands off the floor, arms behind you, bend the knees, and then let's sweep those arms through. We'll hold that squat. Breathe in, legs straight, exhale to the side. Okay, now your feet are hip width apart, 6 to 8 inch gap between your big toes. Taking your elbows to begin, inhale, bending in half, keeping those legs straight, quads firm, and just extend the elbows to the mat. If you prefer, you can point fingertips, and if you're flexible, you can take long finger, index finger, in between that big toe, and then nice little pull of that chest down. Good. Hold it there. Good. Now a little bend in your knees and raise that right foot and put the right hand underneath. It might just be fingers, it might be the whole palm. You're standing on your hands. Simply relax the head and straighten the legs as best as possible. Good. And again, just let's hold it there. If you're very flexible, your legs are straight, you can pull the chest down a little more. Good, little bend in the knees. Let's take the hands out. Gently re-unravel. Arms above. And exhale to the side. Let's bring the toes together, palms together, a couple of breaths. Okay, now you can step along your mat. Your left toes will be in 10 degrees. Your right foot will be to the wall in front, and you've got the right heel in line with the instep of the left foot. Extend that right side, right hand on your shin, thigh even, ankle, the mat if you're very flexible, left arm vertical, a little press of your hip towards the wall, shoulders back to the wall behind, a little turn of your right rib cage up to the ceiling. Good, we'll hold it there, 4 or 5 breaths. If it's hard on your neck, just look straight ahead. Come back to the centre. Now the back of the left hand rests on the left thigh. Slide it down as you lean. Straighten this right arm as strongly as you can. That's it. Keep breathing. Good, and we'll return. Alright, we'll do the other side. Right toes in 10 degrees, left foot nice and straight. Extend that left side, shin, ankle, right arm vertical. Turn and twist, little pressure of your hip forward, shoulders back. Good, and we'll return. Right hand, left arm straightening now. Right hand down the outside of that left thigh. And we'll release. Okay, feet parallel, hands on your hip, and then turn with your right foot forward, your left foot in behind you, almost as straight as that right foot. Okay, if you need balance, a little shift to the right foot to the right. Left hand, ideally to the floor, without bending the knees. But if it's too much, you can rest that hand on the shin. Now, little twist. Turn to your right, extend that right arm vertical, and press your right hip back to the wall behind you. Good. You can always rest that right hand on your hip. If the pressure's too much, if the balance is too much. Good. 5 more breaths. Good. Down we come with that right hand. We'll breathe gently back to the centre. Now we'll do the other side. About a metre starts between your feet. Right foot in quite steeply, your left foot nice and straight. Extend, hand to the floor, or if you've got a block at home, you can put it on the block. Turn and twist, work left hip back. Good, and down it comes that left hand. Now you just raise your body, step your right foot to the left, little prayer, little breath. And again, inhale, exhale, we'll step along. Now the left toes are in just a little 10 degrees. The right toes to the wall in front of you here, and you shuffle the foot forward and bend that knee. Now you want a vertical shin and your knee directly over your heel, not your toes. Then, left arm in the air, but now it comes round behind you. And it might simply point to the floor, it might reach inside that right thigh. You're working your hip forward, but you're pulling your shoulders back to the wall behind you, and you're twisting, you're turning the chest, head, shoulder, everything up to the ceiling. Those of you more flexible, you might drop the right shoulder in front of the knee, loop underneath, connect with the other hand, and then work the hip forward, shoulder back, and twist. It's very intense, so you don't have to. You can stay with this elbow if you need to. There's still a few more breaths. Good, and then we'll straighten up. Right toe in 10 degrees. Left foot now. Does a little walk forward. Remember, knee over the heel. Little pressure of the knee back to the wall behind your back. Right arm round. Turn and twist. Look over that right shoulder. The outside edge of your back, right foot. Keep it on the floor. Those of you who are more flexible, left shoulder in front of your knee. You can connect with the other hand and work it deeper if you wish. Good, and then we'll release. Okay, now this one, what we're going to do is turn, right foot forward, left heel off, right knee bends. Put that left hand inside your right foot, a nice firm twist to the wall to your right. Now you might keep the hand on the hip, but if you can extend it vertical, or even better 45 degrees, and look at that part. Now remember, your right hip, it's moving backwards towards the wall behind. Your heel is working down to the floor as best it can. Good. Bring that right hand down. Straighten into the right leg. Come up and do the other side. Right heel off, left knee bends. Hand inside that left foot. Lovely turn and twist. Hand on the hip. Or option 2, vertical. Or option 3, that left arm 45. Left hip is working back. Right leg down. Good, down with that left hand. And then just step that right foot forward. And once again, little prayer, couple breaths. Okay, once again, stepping along the mat. Now, a little wider than the meter. Remember the edges of your feet are parallel with the edges of the mat. And your quadriceps are firm as they can be. Don't bend the knees if you can help it. If you need a block or something that you can put your hands on, you can do that. But otherwise, let's begin with the hand on the hip, chest forward, vertical arms straight below the shoulders. Now, if your fingers touch, but they're not flat, those palms, stay with the tabletop back. A horizontal back, a little rope is pulling your head and chest forward, and you've got a little bit of weight forward into your feet. Good. Your eyes are looking straight down, vertical, front of the fingertips, not back at the legs. You're flexible. You can bring the middle fingertip in line with toe tip, palms are flat, bend the elbows and come straight down. Keep working the elbows towards each other. Okay, lovely. A few more breaths. Good, and then releasing, coming back up, hands on the hip. Same posture, but keep the hand on the hip. Inhale, exhale, eyes look straight down, a little bit of weight forward into the feet. Keep the pressure of your sternum and head moving forward. Good, come back up. Okay, arms out wide, round behind you. You can interlock those fingers. Press the palms, roll the shoulders back. Now ideally upside down completely, but if you find yourself getting dizzy, you can stay tabletop or even a little higher. So chest forward, relax the head, or stay tabletop. When you breathe out, push your arms away from your body. In breath, little release. Out breath, press the arms away from your body. We'll take 4 or 5 breaths. Exhalation, push, inhalation, come back. Good. Inhale, exhale, back. Okay, now hands behind your legs. You might take the hamstring, the calf, the ankle, even the big toe. All those positions. Just look straight down, vertical. Keep the body horizontal. Stretch the head forward to the wall you're facing. You're flexible, big toe, elbow out wide, straight down. Excellent. Left hand on that right hip, look up at that right hand. And feel very flexible the left hand to get further down the leg. Keep the legs locked in straight. Turn the chest, try to look up. But remember, it can be high up for some of us too. Good, and then returning. We're back with the palms out horizontally, but then we swivel to the left. Right hand down as low as you think you can, looking up at that left hand. It doesn't have to be that low. It can be up by the hip, that right hand. Good. Little shuffle in with the feet. Let's return to the front. Toes touch. Palms touch. Couple of breaths. Okay, once again, we'll step out just a metre this time, not too wide. You might take easy elbows with your arms. You might take a prayer position into the back and up like a wing if you can. Okay, now. Right foot straight, left foot in steeply. If you need balance, right foot to the right, but if you can do heel in line with heel, good. We'll take the body, could be a 60-degree angle. Most of us, tabletop. A few flexible ones, chin to the knee or shin. Parallel shoulders. Imagine a rope, pulling your head and chest forward, but at the same time your right hand is looking in the opposite direction. Back to the wall behind you. If you've got a prayer position, the work of the elbows up. 5 breaths. Good. Keep the arms there. We'll come up. We'll swivel. Left foot straight, right foot in steeply. If you need balance, left foot to the left, horizontal back. Head and chest forward, left hip in the opposite direction, back to the wall behind. Side on, arms release. Let's come back to the front. Alright, I'll step it back so you can see a little. Okay, stepping the right foot back, the left leg is strong. You straighten that left side up, quad firm, right heel off the floor. Take the back of the right foot. Now already, that could be enough for you. Balance can be tricky, you might lose it. Next stage, take that chest forward, knee back. You might look ahead, you might look straight down. Excellent. Now you can stay there, but those that can might take the left hand down a little more, pull back with that right knee. 2 more breaths. Okay, we'll come back. Toes together, palms together. Get our breath back. And step with the left foot back now. Right leg strong, quadricep firm, straighten the body up, lift the sternum. Left heel off. Taking the back of the left foot in your hand. Okay. That's option 1. Extend. Right arm forward, left leg back. That's it. Holding it there. Some of you might take that right hand down, a little bit extra back with that left leg. And Okay, one more time. You step out. Left toes in 10, right foot to the back front wall there. Wiggle your toes forward, bend your knee. Again, that knee over the heel, vertical shin. But this time, watch your body hasn't slanted forward. It's nice and vertical. You can look at your sternum, see it straight. You've got horizontal arms. You can look along that right arm. Your right knee is taking a little pressure to the right. Your sacrum, the base of your spine, your bottom in effect tucking to the floor. The outside edge of your back foot pressing down. Again, let's just hold that. Keeping the arms here straight, the right leg, toes in 10, left foot now, shuffling forward, knee bending the other side. Inhale, chest forward, a little bit down, arms above, two hands now either side of the left foot, step back, nice straight plank, down like the beginning into a presser, onto the tops of the feet, straight the arms, arch up, back down into dog down. Little walk in, feet a little apart, lengthen your hip, heels down, sternum down, flopping in the neck, good breath. Okay, you might just bend the knees to the floor, or you might take a little hop and we'll sit back down and extend the legs. Alright, I'm going to grab the strap. Okay, now you can use a strap or a belt or a tie or anything, little piece of rope, whatever you think you can find around the house that can act as that. If you need it, do so. Good. Vertical feet, hands at the side you. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Couple breaths. To lock those fingers, inhale up and come forward. You might take the big toe, even the outside edges of the feet. But if it's too far, you just take that strap. Keep it the width of the feet apart. And careful not to slump or drop the chest. We lift that sternum, shoulders down. On the out breath, a little press of the sternum horizontal if you can. Otherwise, just keep that lovely straight back. Keep your breath working. Good. Now your hands beside you. They drop back a little, 20 centimetres. Lift that hip up. Push the toes down. Head back, shoulders back. Others might, flat feet, would like a tabletop. So you've got it there now. Hold it. And inhale the head up, down comes the bottom. And then imagine a rope straightening you again. Perfect. Sole of the right foot inside your left thigh. Left leg is strong. Little turn, interlock, and once again, you might take that foot, you may take a strap. And then move the chest up, shoulders down, forward. Take that right leg forward now, left side inside that right thigh, little turn and twist, interlock, taking that foot, taking that straight, and once more, don't let the chest sink, the head drop, a lovely little lift of the chest up, let the shoulder blades come down the back, move the chest forward on the out breath. Good, we'll extend that left leg. Okay, now we'll take a bend in the right knee with the foot on the floor. We'll take the right hand on the right knee, lift the foot off the floor, and put the top of the foot on top of the left thigh. Heel is close into the hip as you can feel comfortable with that. Now I'm going to use fingertips, but you can use a flat hand or a fist. Little lean back, bend that left knee, put the sole of the left foot on the floor with the heel as close to your bottom as you can. Now my arms do some work. They push into the floor, lift my chest, and push my chest forward. Okay, and then just hold that there. Sink that chest. We'll just slide that way. We'll do the other side. Left knee bends, bringing the foot off the floor. Take the outside edge of that left foot. Place the heel as high up on top of the thigh, not over the edge. Then, supporting behind you, little lean back, heel in close, and then the chest up and forward. Those of you very flexible might take the left knee down, right out front. Connect if you wish. Okay, you could do that on the other side, of course, as well. Extend that right leg. We'll extend the left now. Okay, a little jump back now. So, 5 breaths here, shins horizontal, here and here. I'll give you little alternatives as we go. Shoulders back, shins horizontal. You can stay here the whole time if you like. Now the palms face in. If it's hard on your back, hamstrings. Now straight legs. Maybe palms face into the legs. Keep the chest lifted. Hamstrings for those that need to. 4, 5. Okay, easy cross-legged. Lift the bottom up, come forward. Or just swing the legs around if that's too much for you. A press up. An arch up. And back into the dog down. Little walk in. Set your dog down. Good. You've got it there now. Excellent. Now, right leg in the air. Bend the right knee, turn if you hip, ideally looking down, but you can turn the head to the right if you need to. Good. And return, feet nice and hip width apart. Left leg straight in the air, bend the left knee, turn the hip to the left. Good, and return those feet. Okay, we're going to bend the knees a little, each knee, and we're going to take the right knee up between the two hands. Okay, I'll do that front way so you can see. Take that right foot in your left hand and shift the shin forward. Get the right bottom off the floor so you're nice and even with your hip here. And you might find it enough on the hands, but you can take the elbow or you can extend forehead on the floor. That's it. Hold it there. Raise the head back to the elbow, back to two hands. Left toes curl under. You come back into a dog down. Stretch your bottom back, chest down. Lovely. Both knees bend. Left knee up between your hands. Take the left foot, shift the shin forward to be as parallel with the front of the mat. And then you might come down onto your elbow. Maybe you extend forehead on the floor. Excellent. Back to the hands. Curl that right toe under. Back into dog down. Stretch your bottom leg. Heels to the floor. Good. Okay, once again, it could be a drop of the knees to the floor or a little jump of the feet to the hands. And we'll sit that down again. Okay. Alright, now we'll just do a twist. We'll take that right heel in, close to the bottom. There's a 6-inch gap between my foot and thigh. Right hand behind my right shoulder. Left shoulder over the top of the right knee. Ideally bend the elbow, but you can keep it straight out if you want to. Lift the chest and exhale, turn and twist to the right. Keeping your left leg strong on the floor and keeping the right knee not passive but pressing firmly against that elbow. In breath lifts the chest. Out breath, turn and look over the right shoulder. 3 more. Good, right shoulder comes forward. Well, let's take that left arm out and we'll do the other side. Left knee bends. Remember the edge of your left foot is in line with the edge of your left hip. Left hand behind you. Right shoulder over the top. Or a straight arm if you can't bend the other. Turn, twist. Keep the right leg strong. Right foot vertical. Inhale, turn. Exhale, twist around to your left. Okay, good. Now, bend both knees, soles of the feet together. I'll face you just so you can see a little clearer. Maybe you've got the edges of the feet. Maybe you've got the feet open like a book if you're lucky. Okay, so if you can do that, do so. Chest lifts, most of us come forward a centimetre or 2. There's a gap between our elbow and our calf muscle or inner thigh, but that's okay. Others might get halfway and reach the elbow into that calf muscle. And some of you, of course, are very flexible. You can get the chin on the floor. So shoulders down, chest up, knees pressing to the mat. 5 breaths. Good, and then straightening the back, straight arms, lift the chest, a little pull of the toes in towards your tummy. Okay, good. And then I use fingertips, but you can use a flat hand or a fist. Take them round behind you, work that chest up, roll the shoulders back. Now work your knees down a little extra. Good, and we'll let that chest sink. We can take those knees up, a little ease out of your inner thigh. Perfect. Now, taking the legs wide. Okay? Right bottom, a little pull of that back. Left one, a little pull back. Vertical feet. Quads third. Then, I lift the chest, and I have fingertips behind me pushing my chest forward, and that could be enough. Okay? Or you can use 2 straps, one around each foot if you wish. Or if you can, big toe, very flexible, outside edges of the feet. And then, don't let the head sink in the chest. Lift that sternum, shoulders down, little push of the sternum horizontal. Good, and again, we'll hold that. Good, one more breath. Okay, release, good. And then we'll do each side. We'll turn over that right leg. Remember to keep that left one strong. Reach for that right foot. Work the chest up, forward. If you need a strap, of course, use that. And then we'll release and come over the other side, the left foot now. One hand, if you've got, you can always slide the right hand along the top of the forearm if you can't quite reach it. Okay, back bend time. So, you're going to bend the knees, take the ankles in close to the bottom with the feet hip width apart. I'll do it sideways so you can see. And then you might hang on to the ankle if you're very flexible. But if you find it too much, you can put flat palms on the floor. Relax your head to the mat. Inhale, exhale, raise your bottom off the floor, press your hip high. Now, you might interlock the fingers and press the palms together under the mat and take the shoulders under. Imagine like a block or football between your knees, a little squeeze. And let's just keep working your hip up. If you need support, you can bend the elbows, hands under the bottom, push up. Good, and we'll release. Let the hands go from the neck down to the floor gently. We're back flat on the back. Okay, and we're going to do a second one the same, with the option of extending the right leg in the air and then the left. And then there are some of you who practice full back bends, hands under the shoulders, full back bend. You know your way, you can do that if you wish. Okay, here we go, getting ready. And again, inhale, exhale, up you come. count half one, maybe a full one. Then, right leg pointed in the air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down it comes. Good. Set the feet hip width apart. Left leg points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down it comes. 2 more breaths. Just work the hip up. Okay, release. Hands let go. Flat back. Feet off the floor. Ankles crossed. Hug your thighs to your chest. Roly poly on the side. Yeah, good. So just maybe doing circles or figure eights here. That's it. We've got one more back there, shoulder stand, and then we're done. Okay, I'm in a little ball. I roll on my right side, right over my left hand. I fold the mat over. Some of you might just go on the elbow and move the chest up if you like. But if you can, let's do camel. Knees hip width apart, tops of the feet further to go. Toes curl under, a little easier. Okay, then working at hip forward, shoulders back. We arch back. You might stay with the hands on the hip, but if you can reach the heel, relax the head, push the hip forward. 5 breaths. And pushing off. Good. We'll sit on the heel, put the knees out wide, extend your arms, forehead on the floor. Excellent. Just take a few moments here. Gently you can raise the head, and we'll go into shoulder stand. So it could be as simple as nice vertical legs, take the strap, or you can put your legs up all, okay? And also for people with a pressure in their neck, or for women if you're menstruating, you also choose this little position, okay? It's nice and simple. Those of us that can do shoulder stand, we're going to roll up. Hands around the hip now, nice vertical legs, point the toes. Flexible ones might take the hands halfway down the back. Okay, here we go. Right leg forward, left leg back, little scissor, quads firm. And back to the centre, opposite leg forward, the other back. And back to the centre, legs out sideways. Then a bend in the knees, soles touch, heels down, knees back. And down knees together and vertical again. Now, those straight legs could be just 60 degrees. They could be parallel with the floor. They might get all the way, work the hip up. If you've got them there, you can work the arms behind you. Tuck the shoulders under, press that bottom up. 3 more. Good, knees bend either side of the face. They might sit above, they might come close to the floor, back curve. And now supporting the hip. Legs, keeping the legs bent, roll out. Okay, a little relaxation here. Extend the legs, ideally, but you can put the soles of the feet on the floor if you wish, or lie on your side if it's uncomfortable on your back. But otherwise, extend the legs, feet sway. Arms beside you, palms face the ceiling. Eyes are soft, jaw relaxed, a little gap in the mouth so there's no clenching of the teeth. And you're just focusing on letting that whole breath calm down, the whole body relax. I'll call you until 3 minutes and we'll gently come out. Gently now, a little wiggle of your fingers and toes. And then, on your next breath in, arms above your head, just stretch the length of the body and float. A couple of breaths there. Good. And then a little bend in your knees. Stick the knees together, rolling onto your right side. You might support your head with your arm. And then coming in. Okay? Well, hope that's handy for you and keep practicing. Okay? Namaste.